everybody, I'm Stephanie and this is my YouTube channel, Crops and Crochet. So today, it is Saturday. The kids are down for quiet time. We had a really busy morning and I think I'm just gonna take you along for like quiet time and show you kind of how I fit in a couple of my hobbies and the things that I like to do. The first thing I think is we're gonna go out to my little garden and I'm actually gonna show you what I'm thinking for next year for the garden. So I'll show you what we currently have and then we can talk about the plans for next year. And I want to do that because I think it might storm. So we'll do that and then we'll come in and probably crochet a little bit. Usually we have about an hour to an hour and a half of good quiet time. So fingers crossed we have that much time. Like I said, it was a crazy morning. We did farmer's market, we did the zoo, we had lunch, and now is our time to like all kind of just chill out. And I will hang out with you guys during this quiet time, just kind of show you what I get up to or don't get up to. I usually try to keep it pretty chill. So let's go and I'll show you the garden.
So here is our tiny garden bed. Ooh, that wind is picking up. Like I said, it might storm soon. And for anybody following along, with the pole bean saga, the pole beans have pulled through, guys. I mean, it still is not the prettiest looking plant, but like there is a ton of beans. There are a ton of beans on this plant. Just looking so good, really producing for us. And we've already had a few harvests from it. We've eaten the beans from it. It's gotten a lot of new greenery because we did have issues with Japanese beetles that like ate a ton of the top plants, but not having that issue really anymore. I don't know if they kind of go away in the middle of the season or at the end of the season, but not really having that issue so much anymore. And then the peppers. So I'm super excited because the peppers, the color obviously is fantastic on these. If you remember in one of my other videos, I was talking about how the red peppers were more burgundy. Yeah, guys, they're red now. They're fully, they are fully red. I mean, you can kind of see that like burgundy color back here. And I don't know, I wasn't expecting it to like take the path that it did when it was ripening, I guess. But they're, I mean, gorgeous. We actually haven't harvested any of these because they have taken a while to get to this point. We have harvested some of the yellow ones. They're kind of more orange in my opinion, but some of these, this plant has a ton of them. So we've already harvested a few of those and had them. But this morning, and here's what I was gonna kind of like poll the audience about, because this morning we noticed that the leaves are really pale on the pepper plant. And you can tell like compared to the beans, it's a crazy difference. And it kind of happened overnight. Like they were not this pale yesterday. So we're not sure what that is. I don't know if like the beans are just taking a lot of nutrients now and it's kind of like leaving the peppers hanging. And they need to be fed a little something. So I need to do some research on that. But if anybody has any thoughts on why the leaves might be looking so pale, they're starting to like curl like that. I don't know. I mean, it's hot here, but not really compared to like how it was a few weeks ago. So, and they like did fine in that heat. So I'm not sure what the deal is. So like I said, if anybody knows, give me your advice, give me tips, give me pointers. I will take them all. So my goal for this year with the garden was to basically get something edible from each plant. And that goal has been achieved. So, I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. We've harvested a ton of basil. I've made pesto. We've gotten beans, like I said, and had a bunch of beans. We are doing the peppers. I did do carrots. I harvested those several weeks ago now, but, and they were all little babies, but we could eat them. They were edible. So I'm counting that as a win. Yeah. So for my first year, I'm really happy with it. And I have so much more to learn, but I am really excited with how this went. But I wanted to take you guys over to a different part of the yard and show you what I'm thinking for next year's garden. So let's go do that. Okay, guys, so this is where I'm thinking next year's garden will go. And just for reference, this is our back deck, and that is our current garden, obviously. Now, next spring, we're hoping to have this whole red deck gone. It's terrible. It's in terrible shape. It's ugly. It was just terrible when we bought the house. We are hoping to have that gone, and we're going to put in a poured cement patio. And then I want to put in garden beds, and I want to put them in these 3 spots here. I'm not exactly sure what sizes yet, but I'm thinking maybe like 4x3 beds there, and there. So not too crazy, not too big. I think it'll be a good upgrade. And I don't know, I'm just excited. We've talked about doing like a whole little gravel area here for like in between the beds, and then like putting edging around it, just to make it like a nice spot. So then we'll have that there. Then we'll have the patio. And then I've thought about putting like some things in grow bags on the patio as well, like up by the house. I've heard like if you do berry bushes or something, they're good to like keep up next to the house because you might have less problems with animals stealing them. So, but this is what I'm thinking for that. I'm just really excited. Like I said, this has been a good first year, and I've learned so much already. If you were here or you know the story of the pole beans, I wasn't supposed to have pole beans. I was supposed to have bush beans. I did not read the seed packet properly. Tip number 1, read your seeds. And I planted pole beans. So, but they've been really nice because we've been able to get a continuous harvest out of them. But I just need to figure out the right trellis situation. So I don't know, we might do pole beans again. I definitely want to do peppers. I definitely want to do carrots. And I don't know, I'm debating on tomatoes. We're not huge tomato eaters in our house. I'd love to find like some fruits that I could grow. I think it's like Fast Growing Trees has like some good berry bushes, some like dwarf berry bushes that you can get that maybe I could grow in a grow bag or something like that. So the options are obviously endless. And so I'm just going to have to think about what we eat, what I will be able to realistically maintain, and then go from there. But I'll probably be talking about it a lot in the future weeks. And I would love to get some opinions too. For reference, I live in zone 6B. So we can have a decent like spring and fall season, but it does get cold. So that is all the garden updates. I'm going to head in. I am so thirsty. I probably got a little dehydrated from being out and about and outside in the heat all morning. So I'm going to go in, get some water, and set up with my crochet for a little bit. I started a new project, so I'm excited. I will show you guys that and we can chat a little bit more. So let's go in. All right, guys, we are back inside. I think it's definitely going to storm, or at least rain very soon. So this is a good spot to be. And we are going to crochet a little bit. I have Chloe here next to me, my dog, and probably watch a little YouTube and then just chill. But first, I wanted to show you guys this new project I'm doing. I just started this literally last night. I worked on it last night and this morning, and look how much already. So it's going to be like a shawl or a wrap, and let me see if I can get it in the, it's a V-stitch, and I believe the pattern is CJ Design. I will tag her below, but I am loving it so far. And it's just so, it's easy to just like get into the rhythm of. So I'm really excited. I got, if you saw my yarn haul shorts that I just posted the other day, I am using
Impeccable Acrylic from Loops and Threads for this. So I have these 3 colors here. I have Cloud, Soft Taupe, I think Blue Moon, and then Green Lagoon, and Baked Clay is the last one. So there's 5 colors total, and it's just kind of like varying stripes and all that. So I'm super excited, and it's just going to be a nice, I feel like it's a good length for like a little wrap, and it'll mostly live at my office chair in the other room, my desk. So yeah, so that's what I'm working on. Oh, it looks like I got caught mid V-stitch this morning. Okay. I think I was trying to crochet after my daughter woke up, and then she was climbing on top of me, and it's a little hard to crochet when you have a toddler climbing on top of you. So I don't know if I can recommend that. Anyway, so yeah, I'm really loving this. I kind of needed I told my mom it might be a little while still until I get that blanket done for her. It's sitting next to me. I'm doing her a braided wheat stitch blanket for my mom, and I'm over halfway done, but I think I just need a break. I need something like a little quicker to work on, kind of an easy win. That one has been a little more of a bear than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. I'm still enjoying it. I just kind of want to work on something else. And so I had a gift card to Michael's, and I went and got some new yarn for 2 new projects. And yeah, so I'm excited to work on those. This is one, and then the other one is a pullover sweater that I'm going to do. I'm using Lion Brand Heartland yarn. This is also the first time, both of these projects is the first time that I am using acrylic. I haven't used 100% acrylic. I've used a cotton acrylic blend for some of my other projects, but I haven't used 100% acrylic. So far, this one I am liking a lot. It's pretty fuzzy, and it is a wait for. It's pretty fuzzy, but I don't like mind that so much. Once I worked up a few rows, you could see the stitch definition a little more, I feel like, and appreciate it a little better. It is a little scratchy, like running over my finger. I like wrap around my pinky and then hold it over my index finger like that. So as it runs over my index finger, it feels a little scratchy. I was noticing that last night, but nothing terrible. So I don't mind it too much. So, but I was just thinking, this week has been a doozy for us. We had, my husband and I are both just super busy with work. And then we had our water heater went out on, I don't even remember what day that was, Monday or Tuesday. And then one of the kids got sick this week. And so there was, they were just threw off routines a little bit, and they were up earlier. So I didn't really get as much time in the morning like I usually do for just myself. And, it just got me thinking about just the time that we take, or the time that we have to take for ourselves and hobbies and all of those things. And I know, like, literally until not even 6 months ago, I was someone who didn't have hobbies. Like, I enjoy baking and I enjoy like reading, but I haven't even been doing much of either of those since becoming a mom, especially. And so, I was just kind of like, I don't have time to like do anything for myself. And part of that is true. Like, there's not a lot of time you have to do things for yourself. And then, my mental health kind of like forced me to make time, which I can dig into, in another video too, but it just forced me to take time and make the time to spend time on myself and find things that I really enjoy doing.
And for me, that has been crochet and gardening, and now even like sharing that online and kind of creating a little community of people and connecting with other people who share those same interests. It's been a lot of fun, but it's not easy to find the time. But the time is there, like I know I don't want to be waking up at 5 in the morning, and I'm not saying that you have to. But even like in the evenings, right? Like I used to just put the kids to bed and then scroll my phone, sit on the couch and scroll my phone for an hour and a half. And like we'd have the TV on and whatever, but I'd scroll my phone for an hour and a half and then I'd complain that I didn't have time to do anything for myself. And sometimes I still do that. Sometimes I still look at my phone, a little bit. But now I will sit down and I will get my crochet project out, or, I will edit a video, which is still being creative, like filming and editing these videos, or the videos that like I post on Instagram, is fun for me. I used to edit videos in a previous job that I had in another life. And it's what I always loved about it. And I find it really fun. So doing those kinds of things, it's for me, like it's engaging that creative part of my brain and being productive and making something. And I don't know, I have to dig into the science of like why our brains respond so strongly to like that feeling we get when we make something with our own hands, you know what I mean? But I had that time, is what I'm trying to say. I had that time, and and everybody's situation is different, and I'm not gonna judge you if you are sitting and scrolling your phone and that's what you feel like you need to do. And I'm not gonna judge you, because I've been there, and everyone's in a different place. But I just want to say, like, there is time in your day, even if it's 5 minutes, even if it's, listening to an audiobook while you do the dishes, like pop some headphones in and listen to an audiobook, like, cause you love reading and you haven't gotten a chance to read. Like, yes, it would be nice to have a dedicated day or half a day to put into your hobbies, right? Like, but you don't need that necessarily. Like, it's not an all or nothing thing. You don't need to take the whole day to find any kind of fulfillment from these hobbies that you do for yourself. I can crochet for 30 minutes to an hour, and it completely resets me for the rest of the day. Like, getting to do this now and getting to check in the garden and like watch a couple YouTube videos, that resets me. Like, taking that time for myself resets me for the rest of the day. Just being intentional. I think it's a combination of just being intentional about taking time for yourself, promising to take time for yourself and sticking to that promise, and just all the benefits of, whatever thing it is you get to enjoy. Like, not only is this just calming for me because it's a hobby that I enjoy doing, but like the benefits of crochet and the benefits of gardening, even outside of just having them as a fun hobby, like, I know there's science behind that. So I'm like, cool, I'm exercising my brain, or I'm, like all these things. I get to spend time outside in the sunshine. And so I just want to encourage. And like I said, I'm not going to judge, because I have been there. And some days I still am there. And like, where I'm just like, you know what, I have the time and I'm not going to use it that way, but that's okay. But if you're sitting there day after day and you're like, I want to do this, but I don't have the time, I will challenge you on that. Like, find little pockets of time and see what you can get done. I think you'll be surprised at what you can get done. So anyways, that's my little chatty tangent for the afternoon. and just something, you know, that's been on my mind a little bit. But I am going to work on this project and just relax. Like I said, watch a couple YouTube videos, and that'll probably, you know, that'll cover quiet time. So we'll just hang out for a little bit longer, and I'll try to show you guys how far I get. I think I'm about to switch colors, so we'll see if I can show you guys that, if I can organize myself enough to do that. But all right. Okay guys, I think quiet time is almost done for today. So I'm going to wrap up working on my project. This is how far I got. I did not film changing colors, but this is how far I got. I did start with the baked clay. So just another close up. Sorry, that working yarn is in front there, but just another close up. I haven't used, I think the only color I haven't used now is the green. The Green Lagoon, I think is what it's called. So it's the only one I haven't used. But otherwise, I mean, like I said, it's working up so fast, and I just I'm really enjoying it. So I don't think this will be my last time doing this pattern. But anyways, like I said, quiet time's almost over. I think I am going to take a minute, read my Bible. I have not done that today, so I'm going to take a minute and do that, and then we are headed to Costco later. It's a busy day, but I am so glad that I got this time in to relax. My husband got his time to relax, and we are just going to feel a little bit more refreshed going into the rest of the day. Now, again, does this happen every day? No. Does quiet time last this long every day? No. But when it does, we take advantage, and we do things that make us feel good and help us feel refreshed. So I'm glad I could bring you along on quiet time today. And thanks for listening to me ramble about my garden plans and letting me show you my project. And thank you for clicking on this video and watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. I post a lot of shorts during the week, and then I'm trying to do one longer video once a week, usually on the weekends. So follow along, subscribe. I'd love to have you in our little corner of the internet. So thanks again. And until next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later.